Hi, Anne. Oh, you're on mute, Anne.
I said, for me, it was very difficult to navigate. I don't know.
Oh, the spatial chat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good for you?
Yeah, it was fine, but it's when there's a lot of people, it's a little.
Okay.
One foot in front of the other way, one breath leads to another, yeah. Just keep moving. Oh, look what I'm for the strength today. Listen out for the voice to say, just keep moving. Oh, figure it out, but don't stop moving. Go, 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 figure it out. You can do this. So my love, keep on running. You gotta get through today. Yeah, my love, keep on running. Gotta keep those tears at bay. Oh, my love, don't stop running. Gotta send them up in flames. In flames. Don't stop, tomorrow's another day. Don't stop, tomorrow you feel nothing. Just keep moving. Oh, don't stop, the past will trip you up. You know right now how to feel now. Just keep moving. Oh, figure it out, but don't stop moving. Go, 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 figure it out. You can do this. So my love, keep on running. You gotta get through today. Yeah, my love, keep on running. Gotta keep those tears at bay. Oh, my love, don't stop running. Gotta send them up in flames. In flames. In flames. In flames. Go, 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 figure it out, but don't stop moving. Go, 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 figure it out, you can do this. So my love, keep on running. You gotta get through today. Yeah, my love, keep on running. Gotta keep those tears at bay. Oh, my love, don't stop running. Gotta send them up in flames. In flames.
dance through my head. Dark heroine of the books I have read. Pages torn out, I made up my own world. Deep in the dream, it's all built to last. You pulled the plug, drain me down fast. Pop my balloon, I fell from a great height. And I'm tired of wasting life, searching out, going round what became such a false alarm. Cause I'm looking for the truth, not some tired, cheap cliche. False treasure in a shallow pond.
Hello. Welcome, Fresh family. It was so fun to see all of you there. I hope you have enjoyed the experience. I find it super, super fun. Today, again, under one sky all together. It's so cool to have this moment to talk about us. So let me start with happy 2021. 20, what a year. It was hard, sometimes sad, extremely difficult for some. It challenged us in many, many ways. But we have learned so much. We have changed. And I want to say that maybe it's this optimistic side of me that makes me see so many great change. We have come together like no other. We have been a team like we have never been so much. We have been more efficient. We have focused on what matters, which is a very great improvement for Fresh. We have seen each other in a different way with our families, with our kids sometimes, with our dog, with our cat. We have get closer and we have learned more from each other than any other year. So for that, I want to say thank you. For me, this year, 2020, the word that comes to my mind is people. People is the winner. And what happened to us is what happened with our people, with our consumer. And we can go to the next slide. Uh, we have seen this change of behavior everywhere. We have seen people getting more and more solidaire. I think it's quite extraordinary. We have started, all of us, buying everything in Amazon. And more on the go, we have seen that we don't want to see our cities, our little bookstores, our little restaurants, our little store around the corner disappear. And suddenly we have becoming more and more solidaire. We wanted to talk with our community. We wanted to talk with what matters for us. There is, for me, an incredible learning about going from global to local. I feel that the big winner of this 2020 transformation is the consumer. He's telling us enough, too much noise. There is a digital fatigue that we are seeing everywhere in the planet. At the same time, we are seeing an explosion of new network. People wanted to have information from different mindset, different scope. It's so interesting. What we are saying, we as a human being, what we are saying is speak less, listen more. I don't have time to blah, blah, blah. What I want, whenever I interact with something, with someone, with some brand, with some product, talk to me, talk with sense. And I think that that's absolutely what is happening. And it's going to drive us to be really focused on this consumer. For me, the year 2020 has absolutely triggered a lot of change. There is major shift in all dimensions and for all the functions. Speed and scale has been the word. What does it mean for us? It means that our ability to continue to reinvent ourselves on human capability, on focus area, on content, on what is the new experience that those consumers are asking, what is the channel dynamics, what is the new speed of change, and of course, what is this new way of working together? What is the future of work? In a nutshell, 2021 is going to be about consumer satisfaction. So you're going to hear a lot data because they are asking us to talk to them. They are asking us to talk to them individually. We need to learn to talk to our consumer and give them what they are waiting for. The second thing that we have learned is that we have been very much focused on product launch, very much focused on product. But the reality is our brand is such an incredible brand. Our brand has such an incredible story to tell that we have to refocus on our Fresh brand. And that's it's going to be the whole topic of today. And the team has prepared an amazing, amazing experience for you to really understand what we want our consumer to experiment in this 2021. Digital. I don't even know if digital is still a word. There is not anymore, and we have to integrate this, a digital part and a non-digital part. Everything has become digital. And what does it mean? It means that the way you're going to talk, the speed you're going to talk, the the message that you're going to give, the way you're going to organize your back office, the way you are going to organize your stores, everything has to have this mindset of digital. And we are targeting that 50% of our business in 2021 are still done in this e-retail, in this digital environment. All this while we will deliver our profit of 2019. Some could think that's too hard. The reality is that we have proven in 2020 that managing properly a PPP, a profit protection plan, we have been able to go to this crisis and while protecting our profit. When you protect our profit, we are getting more and more autonomous. We have the power to drive our business because we are in control of our cost. And I think it's absolutely an amazing success of the year 2020. And we want to bring this into 2021. But of course, it means that we will have to make hard choice. And that's the big word of Gael and Tennille. And they are right. We have to make hard choice. So what do? We have to do it well. So let's jump in 2021. So if I have next slide, there is 3 major objectives that we always have chosen to have. And in 2021, despite a year that could be a little bit more challenging than what expected, we truly believe, next, that we're going to beat 2 major milestones. Retail sales, we're going to pass the 700 million in retail sales. Net sales, another milestone with a growth of 17%, while being able to still deliver a 10% of OP. We want to focus on 6 major things: our brand, our people, our planet, our product, our expansion, and our profitability. Let me explain how we're going to do that next. So last time when we met, we have shared what was the 2021 major objective. What are going to be the things that is going to keep us awake and focused? The number 1 is bring fresh into the future. And I will elaborate more. Today, it's really an illustration of this first topic. 2, transform our people, our expertise, and our organization to keep winning in this environment. 3, win in all markets and learn best practice from each other. Another incredible learning that we had in 20 was that in every country, you have created something unique that very fast we have shared with the other countries. And it was quite fascinating to see best practice from China, from Hong Kong, from Korea, from UK, share with all the other countries. That is where I felt that we were so together. And last, build a more maintainable and balanced OP. I think that's something that we have learned in 2020. We want to be able to face any crisis. Next. So bring fresh into the future. It's going to be around 3 things: our brand, our planet, and our product. As I said, our brand is our platform. We have so many things in this brand. We have so many stories in this brand. Whenever I present Fresh, I have always 5 minutes. I always last 20 minutes. But after the 20 minutes, I always have people saying, wow, Anne, we have so many things to say. So we have to get the credit for all what we're doing. We need to push skincare credibility via strong innovation and emphasis on efficacy. Consumers are getting more and more savvy. Our products are amazingly sensorial, but consumers are asking product that works, and our products, they work. Let's say it strongly. Drive sustainability, accelerate naturality beyond what consumer is expectation. Let's be very transparent. We were a little bit late in this story, not because the brand was not having this inside her DNA, but because we were not focusing on this. In 2020, I have to thank all the global team who has put together an incredible plan on sustainability and naturality. And we are driving this in a very fast track because we truly believe that this is the place where we have to go. And of course, all this means increased investment on our R&D. We have to be testing more to be able to deliver a better satisfaction to our consumer, to be able to understand all these different consumer around the globe, because consumer, they are not the same. So we have to test in France, of course, test in US, of course, test in Asia, absolutely. We have to really focus on R&D and push this to the next level. And obviously, we have to continue to strategically focus on our core 7. This sentence that we have to keep in mind, which is what Fresh is known for. The strategy of the core 7 should absolutely make our consumer capable to say what Fresh is known for. Next. Then transform people, our expertise and organization. As I said at the beginning, there is a transformation that is happening outside. This transformation has to happen also inside. Teniel loves to say now that there is no more digital. And it's true. How we can transform a whole organization to be digital first. What does it mean being digital first? That's really what we are looking for. The other thing is that we have a complexity that is coming in front of us. As I said, from big players on the social network, on the digital network, we are seeing a lot of new guys bubbling up. How are we going to embrace this complexity? We know that the more diverse is our distribution, the better the brand resonates. So this also includes more complexity. Support our DE&I concile commitment. We have commit, we have to deliver, and we will deliver, and it's going to be in the top of our mind. Become consumer centric. That's my obsession. Obsession. We will win if we will capable to talk to them. And we have something very strong. Fresh has born as a retailer. Our field people, by far, are the best one to talk to our consumer. Let's use them better. Let's use them more. Let's listen to them even better and translate this skill into our digital unit, environment. We have to really take retail and digital together. Capability on retail that we were using too much only in stores has to bridge and come into the digital world. Fresh 3.0. I'm not sure we're going to have only 3.0. The speed of the change is crazy. So what we know is that we have to keep improving and improving and improving our consumer experience in our digital world. So absolutely a critical first step. Maybe we'll have 2 steps. What it means that we have to keep the eye wide open and really improve the experience that we're offering on our digital platform and accelerate this global and local expertise on direct consumer, on performance marketing. We have to resonate locally. That's, for me, a major shift in the way we all have transformed our life during this past year. Then one of the big win, and I want again to thank you everyone here, is the incredible agility in all the markets has absolutely helped us to be even more innovative. We born Americans. We born in Boston. We have to win in US. In US, we call this a 911 because it's absolutely the year where we think that it's the time for Fresh to explode in North America. And we have a very strong plan to win this 911. Keep investing, not in China, but in China consumer. It's today 62% of our consumer around the globe are Chinese. So whenever we win in China, we absolutely win in the rest. Travel retail, acceleration of our number one global profit driver. Travel retail for Fresh is a very key market. And it has been quite extraordinary how the travel retail business has shifted the gear to be able to face this travel drop that we have lived across the year. Travel retail has ended with a double-digit positive growth in and retail sales, which is quite amazing. Now I'm going to take two countries, Hong Kong and Korea. Those two countries has teach us to put consumer first in a big way. Eric and his team in Hong Kong has transformed and is transforming our business there because he has been extremely focused on talking the truth to consumer. Incredible. In Korea, Jessie, for the past 3 years, she has transformed the way she talks about the brand. And today, we have a survey on brand awareness, and the way we look like in Korea is absolutely incredible. So we have to learn from those two markets how to focus even more on consumer. Europe, UK leading the digital transformation. Incredible little team, super vivid, energetic. They have succeeded in 2020 to beat their initial budget. Absolutely amazing. In Europe, we are getting into something that is very new, playing with Sephora with only digital in all Europe. That's what we call the blue wave. Southeast Asia, the most complex region we have. Winnie and her team managing 5 countries. Every country has having his specificity. Absolutely an amazing work has been done in 2020. And we absolutely believe that in 2021, we are going to roll out new market, and this is going to improve our penetration in Southeast Asia. Next, all this, of course, with this mindset of we have to build a more maintainable and balanced OP. Guys, we can leave this as that's super hard, but I think we have learned in 2020. I think that being autonomous, being your own boss, knowing how you're going to drive your top because you are protecting your bottom is absolutely the job of all of us. So I think it's a year that we have learned to do that. Let's keep on doing this. It's important that we keep improving the profitability in all the country. We have to be able to sustain any crisis for the future, manage our P&L in a more strategic way, and we have a real work to do on our COGS to improve the future. So, sky's the limit, we used to say. Today, you have, and the team around me has prepared for you an absolutely amazing moment. It's going to be a moment of chill. It's going to be a moment of sensorial. So I just want to thank them for the very hard work that they have been putting together to offer you this moment. And of course, I want to hear from our founders as we reflect back and take a look forward to celebrate Fresh 30 anniversary. Again, so happy to be with all of you today.
Hello, Fresh family. It's so nice to join you once again. You know, on a morning like this, I do look back and I think about, oh my God, it's the 30th year. We've been around for 30 years. The company has been around for 30 years. And what does it really mean? And what is really matters? I think it's really important to remember that what is sort of at the end of it is very same thing as it is at the beginning, and it's people. We can't forget that all of it that excited us from the beginning, that we were really inspired by, were the people, the cultures, the history, everything that sort of made us question what was that about that particular element or ingredient that became part of people's lives. Because I think how it became part of people's lives is what was really interesting. And I think that's what sort of zeroed in and was the ultimate purpose of what we were doing from the beginning. Just as important as the people that we were doing it with. And 30 years cannot go without thinking about those as well. I call them fresh alumni, people that were part of all of our journey on the way. People that paved some of the way for a lot of you who've joined us recently. People who have been veterans and had seen the transition, seen the changes that happen in Fresh. But I think one thing that's never changed, and that goal of creating an environment that we all want to be in, doing something that we're all passionate about, and doing it in an incredible team.
I always call ourselves dreamers. Personally, I always was a dreamer. And the thing is that we dreaming and just keeping it at the dream state is one thing. But I think that what Fresh known for and the attitude is that we dream and we actually really trying and very often making our dreams come through. And I think that that's a very big part of the mindset and the attitude of Fresh. I mean, when we were dreaming about our company over 30 years ago and where we are right now, I mean, it's pretty incredible, you know, how this dream became a reality and how we live and experience it every single day for all the 30 years from the day that we opened till now. And I hope it's going to continue going like this forever. We really stuck to our all of us, to our vision. And we didn't went to the right or to the left. We really were moving forward. We really wanted to continue delivering something that is very, very consistent in terms of products, of course, always making sure that we're giving people the best experiences. But also all of us, I think, as people, we're really always reminding ourselves where it's all, when it's all started and how it started and where we are today. And I think that there's that attitude of appreciating all the time, you know, where we are and how we got there. And I remember how Alina and I were standing in South End in our first store on a corner of Tremont and Waltham Street in Boston. I remember it was very early in the morning. It was probably 7 in the morning. We were exhausted, but we were so excited. And when we took the paper down and we looked at our first store, what we created with a dream, it was hard to believe that it's actually it's ours. It was hard to believe that it looked so great. It made us extremely emotional, but it's also, we were so elated, and experiences like this are very, very difficult to replicate, and this is what gets us going. That excitement of that of the creation and looking for, when it's done and you look at it and you say, oh my God, I mean, I can't believe it, and I hope that people are going to enjoy it as much as we do. And it's humbling. But when you look back at 30 years, this is always the image that I'll never forget.
We'll have many opportunities, I think, this year to, think about some of those moments. I think on a day like today, we're about to experience something really exciting and really interesting. And I think that you want to open your mind and be open to it, open to accepting it, because only fully source people, if you really know the path to your own creativity, you can produce incredible things. You can make incredible things. You can think of incredible thoughts. And most importantly, release your voice. Your voice matters. As I speak often about having a voice at Fresh, and what it really means and the responsibility that comes with it is immense. But I think without a voice, you are not at this table. So cultivate your voice and enjoy today to help you to release that.
Always is. Always is. Dream big. It's okay.
Open the doors.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Lev and Alina. Wow, 30 years. Before we go into our 30th anniversary, I think it's important to note first that at a 30th milestone, it's actually custom in many parts of the world to gift pearls. This is so symbolic for us because pearls have an organic origin, withstand pressure and time, and most importantly, represent beauty from within. This is so meaningful this year, and especially for Fresh. Now, no matter where you are in the world today, I think we all can agree that the past year has been a powerful reminder that we are all connected under one blue sky, connected to each other and connected to the earth. This has been the foundation of Fresh since the beginning. 30th anniversary gives us the opportunity to celebrate all the work that we have been doing to build a brighter future for our people, for our planet, and our products. Some brands throw parties, some brands look backwards. For us, we will celebrate who we are today at 30 by focusing on who we want to be tomorrow, by making 30 commitments to the future. And we wanted to share these commitments with you first. I also want to take a moment to thank all the different teams that are leading these initiatives that have shaped all of these commitments. So, to start the year, in fact, this Friday, we will be releasing our first set of commitments focused on our people. We first commit to implementing a diversity in action strategy with a plan to globalize it this year, ensuring our brand is a vehicle for change both inside and outside our brand. From there, commitments 2 through 4 will focus on internal progress, like recruiting and retaining diverse talent, creating a thriving workplace where everyone can succeed. And to help us achieve these, we will be setting specific targets, creating new targeted development opportunities like mentorship programs, and growing our ongoing educational trainings. Additionally, 2 more commitments focus on deeds that impact our external communities, engaging us with a more diverse, ultimately, consumers. Specifically, we are actively researching the biological differences and needs of diverse skin to inform our new product developments, ensuring that each product works on a wide range of skin tones. We are also committing to ensuring all our campaigns are inclusive. And we will be sure to hold ourselves accountable to these communities and commitments by working with our DE&I Council and our new internal task forces who will manage and share updates twice a year. Now, that won't be all for our people-related commitments. We'll be working with all of you in our markets to make 4 more commitments that are relevant in your markets by our brand anniversary day, July 6. You'll be hearing more about this plan from HR very soon. Okay, to our second wave of commitments, debuting next month. Commitments to our planet. As we shared in our last meeting, our sustainability platform, Forever Fresh, is organized into distinct pillars: responsible ingredient sourcing, climate action, and eco-packaging. Within each of these pillars, we've set concrete commitments to ensure we're making impactful progress and preserving our planet for the future. And it all starts by committing to only enlisting new hero ingredients that come from a traceable origin. From there, we will commit to responsible ingredient sourcing by investing the next 10 years to sourcing assessments of our skincare hero ingredients, ensuring improvement plans are in place, and implementing substantial improvements. Planet from which these ingredients come, but also the local communities to be sure that we support their future generations. Much more on that to come in just a few moments. We also commit to real climate action, and we have 4 commitments that will help us get to net zero carbon emissions by 2030, a huge achievement for any brand. How will we get there? Through actions such as using only renewable energy in all our fresh shops and by reducing shop and office emissions drastically by 2025. Now, even closer to our consumer, we're making 4 commitments focused on improving our product packaging. First and foremost, we will be only using eco for our packaging moving forward and are committing to using only recyclable material with 100% of our products by 2025. This is huge and will help us make great strides to preserving our planet because by 2030, we commit to zero waste product packaging. But that won't be all for our planet, because we are doing our part now to ensure we leave the future generation with a world that is forever fresh. We are promising to make 3 more commitments by mid-2021 that support local communities where we source our ingredients to support their future generations. This consistent impact in all our different ingredient sourcing locations will allow us to lead with one cohesive story and set us apart and be known for something truly unique. Now, everything we have already discussed is really connected to product. But by May, we will go even further by releasing 3 commitments, a sort of 2.0 to further establish and go deeper into what we started and believe in, to create safe, effective, and sensorial products, our fresh promise, the promise we've had and kept and will keep since 1991. Okay, there we have it. 30 commitments to a fresh future. It is an amazing, momentous milestone year, from 1991 to 2021. Now, we know this is a lot to take, so don't worry. We will be sending you all the details all along the way, and we'll host a communications roundtable so that you can share this both internally and externally with your retail partners. It's time to get the credit for all that we are doing. We look forward to building these together and to the next 30 years. And now I hand it over to Tennille to debut our fresh purpose.
Hello, my Fresh family. It's so great to be with you today under one sky. There's almost 300 of us together today, and it's quite amazing that we can all be together, maybe not in person, but virtually. I'm going to talk to you about purpose, and there's a lot of buzz right now about purpose. What does purpose mean? What is purpose for you as a person? What about as a brand? All brands have a purpose. But let's explain this in a bit more detail by using an example of a brand we all know. If you think about Apple, Apple's purpose is to make tools for the mind to advance humankind. And you never see that consumer facing, right? But they use that as an overarching umbrella to create everything from how they work, how they create products, their campaigns, to really your in-store all the way down to their headquarters in Silicon Valley. But when you think about it, that tools for the mind to advance humankind is never consumer facing. So what is consumer facing is think different. It's that mantra, it's that tagline that we've all been trained about for the brand. So there's a lot in the world of branding, but what does this mean for Fresh? There's mission, vision, purpose, all of these things. But when we look at our mission, we all know this, right? Combining potent natural ingredients with ancient rituals and modern science to create beauty products that perform with experiences that transform. And we all know our tagline, right? That feeling is believing. But our mission is very different than our purpose. Our mission is what we do. It's super attainable. But our purpose is why we do it. Why are we here? Why are we here every day? And you might ask, well, why are we doing this now? And how do we come up with it? So to come up with our purpose, we met, of course, with our stakeholders, Fresh, Lev, and Alina, our founders right from the beginning. We met with many people that started the brand in the beginning. So employees from a store level, as well as people that have worked within the brand for over 15 years and knew the ins and outs of the company across global roles. And really, make this brand last forever. So it was more than ever a time that we could bring it together. So we believe that beauty touches people's hearts before their skin. We see beauty with all of our senses. We embrace this beauty in nature, culture, and human connection for a world that is forever fresh. So why does Fresh exist, right? We see beauty with all of our senses. We know that beauty touches your heart before it even touches your skin. And we see beauty much deeper. The smell, the sound, the taste, the sight, it's how you experience it on this really deep, meaningful level. And we're talking beauty with a big B, meaning it's way beyond what you see on the outside from a physical experience. But it's how you connect with nature and culture and humans. It's the beauty inside of you and everything outside of you, how you experience the world. So when we dig deeper, when you look at more branding attributes, we say seeing beauty with all of your senses, but we really say seeing beauty with the sixth sense. And however you defined it, however you feel it, it's very tough to put into words. But we believe feeling is believing. So as we say, where fresh goes, beauty follows. Let's take a look at it more detailed. And if you're not used to branding, these are a lot of words, but we tried to put all of our buzzwords into a very clear framework. So if Fresh was a house, on the top of our house is our purpose. It really is our overarching cause. It's what we stand for. And that is where we see beauty with all of our senses. Second, if you go the next layer, it's our positioning. What makes Fresh different? And this is where we say feeling is beauty, is believing. We create beauty products that make you feel with your sixth sense, because feeling is believing. Then is our personality. It's how we act, right? And you heard just from Lev our quote. It's that boundless curiosity. It's never taking no. It's being an infinite dreamer. It's really keeping fighting and never stopping. And that's where sky is the limit. And that's our personality. And then we go to our pillars, and it's right at the heart. And these are what we do. And it's across our planet, our people, and our products. So our planet is super important. And this is all around our sustainability and how we're doing responsible sourcing and really thinking about, the climate for the future. And right at the heart, which we probably believe by far is the most important part, is all of you. It's our people, it's our Fresh family. And this really links to our core values as an organization, how we are communicating to the outside world and the communities. And to the far right is our product. Our product is super fundamental as well. And we rolled out the Fresh Promise. How we make our products is so different than anyone else. So it's safe, effective, and sensorial since 1991, and we're going to continue to own that space. And all the way at the bottom is our mission, and that's our point of expression that you all know. So how do we see a world activated across this purpose? We see beauty with all of our senses. How do we see this purpose in action? When you take a look at it, it's all of our jobs. And it's really easy to take a trend and go with the competition and where it's going. But this is our litmus test. We need to think about our purpose across every single touch point. And it's not a global only role, it's a local role, you guys. If something doesn't fit within this filter, it's not right for Fresh. So it goes from everything from how we act, how we make our products, how we do our design and our creativity, but also our relationships, both internal, external, with our vendors, what our shops look like, how you experience the brand, our offices. Every single thing is this filter to this litmus test to stay true to our brand. And now that you understand our purpose, we want you to feel it, because we know that feeling is believing. So how do you tap into your senses, right? Did you know that the sense of smell is our strongest smell and sight versus even seeing, where we think that's, where the focus is? How do we tap into these senses? How many senses do we actually have? We were trained that we have 5, but we know we have more. And aren't all of these senses interconnected? Let's take a minute to open our mind and explore these questions and put you in the right frame of mind.
Our bodies create our realities. They're how we receive input from the world and how we give back to it. There's a misconception that our brains are somehow separate from our bodies and that we think with only our heads. And yet our language is filled with clues to the importance of our sensory understanding. We talk about gut feelings, having a rough day, feeling a shiver down your spine or butterflies in your stomach. Yet, when we think about our senses, we still tend to think of this limited palette of 5. That idea dates back over 2,000 years and is now thoroughly debunked. Current thinking is that we have anywhere up to 33 senses. For example, your sense of proprioception, which is how you know where your limbs are in space. You have a sense of your own heartbeat, interoception. Did you know you are chronoceptive? You have an internal sense of time. And what's amazing is that you are constantly taking in information through all these senses to make up your perception. Like what? Well, if the palms of your hands are warmer, you will feel greater social cohesion with people that you're interacting with. If your balance is thrown off, you may feel more vulnerable. The scent of a room might let you feel that this is your home, or alert you that there's something dangerous in that place. For hundreds of years, Western society has imposed a hierarchy on our senses. We've given so much priority to the sense of vision, and as storytellers, we've tended to focus on telling stories to people's eyes and to their ears. But imagine the power our stories could hold if we open up more of these channels to live our stories with. Where can this take us? It can take us to the heart of the Amazon jungle, into the humid surrounds of an indigenous people trying to protect their land. It can take us into the audience of a church, with inaudible vibrations resonating out of an organ pipe to give us a sense of reverence and wonder. Maybe one day we can meet with faraway friends in virtual spaces and select our avatars based on their scent as well as their looks. I've said we have up to 33 senses, and that's because there's no scientific agreement on exactly how many there are. Perhaps the answer is to stop trying to divide ourselves up into parts and focus instead on the perception that comes from being an embodied creature with an embodied cognition, opening up greater realms of our perception for storytelling. People can connect with the world around them and the experience of others far away in time or place or situation. Audiences have seen everything. It's time for them to feel everything.
So there's this phenomenon called synesthesia, where ultimately one of your senses automatically triggers another sense. And to see beauty with all of your senses, you really need to understand this. And if you think about it in fresh terms, think about when you open the jar of a mask, it's like this unbelievable calm comes across you. Or when you smell sugar, what does sugar even smell like? You know, Levanolina, it's the experience from their grandmothers, but it might give you a tinge of nostalgia to your childhood. Or have you ever opened one of our vitamin nectar products and actually feel like you've ripped into a ripe orange and you can feel almost the zest from the skin? You know, our next venture is really to sonify our world, to sonify our franchises and our products, and work with eco-musicology experts and really understand the relationship between nature and sound and music and how this affects us emotionally. And how does this affect all that we do, this synesthesia? Let's put it together in fresh terms. Again, the purpose isn't just ours at the HQ level, it's all of you guys. It's this litmus test for what is fresh. And we have to put this into action together. But to guide you into the future, I want you to remember a few things. If you think about our purpose, can we click? Follow your heart as well as your head. See beyond what is in front of you, what is face value, and put people, and our passions first, and it will drive everything we do. So together, we challenge you to see beauty with all of our senses. So sense it, feel it, see it, live it, fresh. I'd like to now turn it on over to Michael. I want you to open your minds. I want you to really keep dreaming, have these unbelievable, incredible thoughts, and let's together see beauty with all of our senses. Thank you.
We see beauty with all of our senses. And we say feeling is believing. So today we're going to help you feel this purpose through an interactive experience designed to help us connect to our senses. But first, let's be clear what this experience is and is not. Let's start with what it is not. It's not a literal expression of fresh. It's not the new brand look and feel. It's not a new advertising campaign. So what is it? It's an internal expression for us to first understand how we can see beauty with all of our senses, to inspire us with our new lens, a training to engage our own senses. This performance is an artistic expression of our purpose put together by artists, inspired by your own fresh memories. Many of you were kind enough to be interviewed for this experience. It's the Fresh way. It was originally meant to be a live performance in a theater, remember those? But reimagined and recreated as a virtual event. So we ask you to embrace it as you would live art. After you experience it, sit with it, reflect on it. We will come back to you and work with you on ways to infuse the purpose into everything you do. This internal experience is important because seeing beauty with all your senses is a powerful purpose, and you embody this brand and bring it to life every day. In order to truly see beauty with a capital B and know that it touches your heart before it touches your skin, we have to tap into our emotions, our feelings. This is the beauty inside. The experience is designed to bring us on a journey to new places, beyond our comfort levels, and to engage us in the story itself. So open your minds, open your hearts, be vulnerable. And then, in order for us to embrace beauty in nature and culture and in human connection, the beauty outside, we are coming together, although virtually, in a new way, together with a cultural institution who will leave us all with a bit of nature for us to cultivate and share. So who is this cultural institution that helped us bring this experience to life? The National Sawdust is a New York-based innovative arts institution with a mission rooted in music discovery. They constantly stretch the boundaries of creative possibility. With them and their artists, our purpose is about to come to life for us, all without us all ever being in the same room during this period of isolation. From the heartfelt stories many of you told our storyteller, Catherine, to the illustrated guide you're about to have in your hands drawn by Mark, to the magical voices and talents of Helga, Jeff, and Dan, to the visual interpretation on your screen created by Ashley and Iman, your fresh stories are about to come to life to help us see beauty with all our senses. So how can you engage? First, lift your spirits, realign your mood. Where are those butterflies you feel in your stomach, excited to try something new? It's not another Zoom meeting. Reimagine your current space. Reinvent your surroundings by clearing your area. Close that notebook. Turn off all electronic devices. Shut the door. Remove anything you know that will be a distraction for you. You are about to enter a theater to experience a multi-sensorial performance from the comfort of your own home. Be present, because with the guide you have within your packet, you two are on stage and about to journey into a new world connected with all of our senses. Okay, we are about ready to start. We will now take 15 minutes to prepare the stage. During this time, we ask that you take your sealed package, you have it here, open it up, place the contents on your table in front of you, and for now, only take the tea packet out and go brew your tea. Be sure to have your headphones connected and to reimagine your space. Sound good? It's now time to exit this part. Click the Return to Main Page button, then click on part 3, where you will see the 15-minute countdown. I'm really excited to experience this together with you. See you there. Click now.